Well, I messed up. I had about 12-15 hours of video of this car that I got off of Facebook Marketplace. 89 Corvette with the L98 motor. The guy had taken the engine out of the car and taken it all apart and couldn't get it back together again. He had the wrong piston rings, the wrong bearings, lost a bunch of bolts, couldn't figure out how to get it back together again anyway. So I got the car, $2 grand, and it runs pretty good. I took the Hastings rings, King bearings, Barry honed the cylinders. It was fine. Motor's got 100,000 miles on it, but whoever had it before him must have changed the oil frequently, because the inside of the motor was spotless. All I did was just brake clean out a couple little spots, and then that was it. But the whole garage was full of parts. I mean, the block was in the back of my truck, the heads and everything, manifolds, intake manifolds, exhaust, all that stuff was in the back of the car, was in the back of the Vette. So I got a bunch of parts that I've replaced, all of that stuff in there. Timing chain, oil pump pickup, all that stuff and everything. And one of the things I did do was I welded up the end of the catalytic converter where the air hose from the air pump connects to it, and I got that air pump eliminator bracket, that thing right there. That thing works like a champ. So I got rid of the air pump. I left all of the valving and everything. All that's the valving for the air pump, so it won't throw any codes because I've got it all hooked up. This is a very basic computer. It works off of one oxygen sensor, and like I said, it runs pretty good. Has no problems. I got the cheap injectors. These injectors were like $10 a piece. They're from China, but they work good. The J series injectors that you can buy for the Vette, the replacements, because they don't make the original ones anymore. They're $117 a piece. So yeah, I went the $10 route. $80 for all 8 of them. The car runs good, gets good mileage. I'm gonna get the tires replaced. The tires are date coded 2004, I believe, so they're almost 20 years old. They're all dry rotted, hard as a brick. But yeah, this is a nice project. The L98 motor is the last of the good distributors. It doesn't have that stupid OptiSpark bullshit. This thing, I put the distributor in, static timed it, and it started right up. Put the light on, and it was about 4 degrees off. It's a very easy engine to work on. If you know anything about small block Chevys, this is the one that they started building back in 1955, and this is it, 1989. It seemed like that was the last year for the good you know, L98s. This one does have the aluminum heads on it, but small valves. They're not the 202s. These are, I think they're 194s or 196s. So everything lined up. I bought the car March 1st and drove it around first time last week. So that's not too bad. It was a little project to keep me busy. I did the modification where you cut out the front of the air box. Everybody says that's a mod. Inside the I've got that, it's like a wedge that you put inside of the throttle body. It helps the air flow. I got that in there. It's just a little project car. I mean, works perfect. Everything works perfect. I got to put the light bulbs that illuminate the dash. The dash has, look at that interior for a $2,000 car. Its armrest is missing because that's the first thing that breaks on all these cars, because everybody puts their elbow on it to get in and out. But yeah, I got the illumination bulbs are out. The gauge cluster works. Everything works. You can barely see it on a bright day. You can't see it, but the light's just right. You can see the gauges. The gauges all work. Everything works. It has 100 and I think it has 108,000. Oh, it has 105,373 miles. So the thing that messed it up for the guy was it has the option for oil cooling, and it runs through soft lines and hard lines, and the hard line runs underneath the motor. It cuts across underneath the motor by the oil pan over by the motor mount. Well, it rubbed on the motor mount and rubbed a hole in it, and he overheated the motor. Of course, it melted the head gaskets out of it, and he never got it running since then. And I think he said that was in 2000.